Good morning, everybody. Welcome. Today, what is it? I hope you guys can hear me. So I've got a new microphone that I can move around a little bit while obviously still being live. I understand that the audio the other day wasn't the best. So welcome. Anyway, here we are. We're Monday morning for us, and super excited to get into this. Probably about just a bit of we're going to ease into things today. Probably about 15 minutes. If we go over 20 minutes, it's fine. But primarily this morning is just about introducing you to some body-weighted movements, some breathing techniques that I like to use using a diaphragm when we're doing these movements. By all means, this is not a high-intensity, flog your guts out 15-minute workout. We won't be running, we won't be jumping. We'll be learning some breathing techniques, and we'll just be doing some movement practices. So very, very simple stuff. Yes, we'll be getting into some more complicated stuff a little bit later. However, we've got to, I like to crawl before you walk, if that makes sense. So some of these techniques they come from a system that I learned a number of years ago called Original Strength. Tim is based over in America, and it was amazing that how the system is and how it goes. So first of all, we're going to go over some breathing techniques. This is fantastic for first up in the morning, or alternatively in the afternoons, evenings before you go to bed. Just spending a few minutes breathing, help reset your nervous system, and just at the moment with all the shit going on in the world, help you decompress and just fucking chill out. I like to use it part of my warm up before I get into a strength session, etc. Or it can be a standalone, standalone. So anyway, let's get into it. So very, very simple, guys. We're going to learn to breathe. If you don't already know how, we're going to be breathing using our diaphragm. A couple of simple things we'll be looking at. We want your mouth closed, breathing, tongue on the roof of your mouth, breathing in through your nose, taking your breath deep as you can into your tummy, expanding your tummy as big as it will go, holding 1, 2, 3 seconds, and then breathing out, all coming the reverse. All right, the whole time with this one is our mouth is closed and we're breathing in through our nose into our diaphragm, okay, and then out through our nose, etc. All right, a couple of things that I like to do with this one, especially what we call the resets, is gauge a baseline. And for me, what I'd like you guys to do, my baseline will be to see if I can touch my toes. I can't quite get, I just got my hands on my fingertips onto the ground, okay, which is a little bit average. I did some deadlifts yesterday, so a little bit restricted there. So I want to see if I can, over the next few minutes, if we can improve that. Just by doing some of these very, very simple techniques. All right, so we're going to start off, like to lay on your back. All right, here we are, legs up, mouth closed, breathing in through our nose, expanding our tummy as big as it will go. I like to have one hand on my chest here, as you can see, one hand on my tummy, making sure that our chest doesn't expand, and then our tummy. All right, so with this one, we want our chest to stay where it is, and our tummy, or around our diaphragm, to expand as much as we can. So we're going to do about 10 breaths. If you're finding that your chest is expanding, all right, and you're taking the you're filling up your lungs and your chest is coming up quite high, all right, just try and breathe through your nose and think about getting that breath into your stomach, okay? Alright, so once you've done about 10 breaths like this, we're going to lift our knees up at a 90-degree angle. Okay, hands by your side if you can, or if you need to. You're going to do the same. We're going to just take 3 or 4 deep breaths. So it's a lot harder when our knees are up, alright, to get that sweet spot in regards to breathing. Then we're going to move our legs from side to side, breathing exactly the same way. Now they don't have to go flat on the ground, just to where they feel comfortable. The trick is to keep that breath going as it was when you were flat. Generally about 10 each side. Alright, now I'm just going to check, see if any of that has helped my my baseline at all. Alright, awesome. So I'm not sure if you guys can see, but move a little bit closer to the camera. I'm almost, that's just releasing up my thoracics. And that's a little bit of improvement there on touching the ground. Alright, so breathing techniques are super, super important, guys. So we're just going to roll over onto our tummies. Now we're going to work on our neck, and once again a little bit more back. So super important. Once we're doing this, we're going to be hands underneath our shoulders, elbows I should say. All we're going to do is look down with our eyes first. So eyes, and then head follows down. I breathe in, eyes up, I breathe out. So what we're doing here, guys, once again, is breathing in, out, in, out, in through your nose, out through your nose. Then we're going to go over our right shoulder. We're going to try and look at our opposite ankle. And then back over the other side. I know it's got some guys there. Hey guys, how you going? Who have we got? Linda, Emily, Roz, just doing some warm-ups. So back over the other shoulder. The trick is to breathe. In through your nose, out through your nose, filling up your tummy with air each time. Now we're going to move into my favourite, which is some rocking. Could rock for days, love it. Alright, so we're going to keep our elbows on the ground. We're going to move up with our feet. Alright, we're going to come up underneath. We're going to rock backwards and then forwards. As far as back as you can go, coming up. Some of these moves are a little bit unconventional. However, overall they feel, at the end of the day, they feel awesome. So we're working our shoulders here. Don't forget we're breathing the same way. You may have seen me doing a little bit of this in my clips where last week. So we're going to spend about 30 seconds rocking on our elbows. Then we're going to come up onto our hands. When we come up to our hands, coming straight, we're looking straight ahead, and we're breathing through our nose. Then we're going to do some circles. Here we go. So around to the right, or the left, right first, and then come round. So I want to do about 10. Head remaining forwards, rocking backwards. We're going to go back the opposite way, around 10 times. Alright, then back to this standard. As I do this, I feel like I get really, really loosened up through the hips, through the shoulders. Alright, then if possible, we're going to lift one leg up, we're going to come forward and then back. The whole time breathing through your nose, and we're going to swap over. Alright, cool. Hopefully we should be warmed up by now. Any questions on those, guys? Chuck them into the box. As I'm doing that, I'm just going to do a little more rocking. We can also, today I was going to do a little bit of elevated rocking, so we're going to all fours, we come up, off, and then we're rocking up. A little bit small in the room here today, so we can do some elevated rocking as well. This all, if I like to do this with that some people that don't or can't have do push-ups at this point in time, so I'd like to do a rocking push-ups if I've got the space here. So I rock backwards and then down and then up. So elevated, and then we've got some rocking push-ups as well. With these ones, we're keeping our elbows in nice and tight, not trying to send them out. Alright, so we're rocking back as far as we could go, and then down. Which we're going to get to very soon, but I just wanted to show you. Alright, cool. So, very simple. Let's test our baseline again. Hopefully you might be able to see this one, but I got my palms down on the ground, sweet as. So very quickly, in like 4 to that there, the rocking stuff was about like 4 minutes and 17 seconds when I just stopped my clock, and you can see there we did a little bit before I started the timer, but feeling better through the through my hips, my glutes, my thoracic spine. Easy body workouts to do, and just then my range of movement or range of motion increased from my fingertips touching the ground to I'm not sure if you've seen right at the bottom of the screen there, but palms, not quite as solid as I'd like at this point in time, but on the ground, but very close. All right. So what I had in plan today was just to go over that again. So I wanted to, for those of you that I wanted to do just a very simple intervals of 1 minute of just standard rocking, and then 1 minute of elevated rocking. We're going to go through that for about 8 minutes. After that, that's all you should need for today. All right. So like I said earlier, we're just going to ease into it, nice and easy. And then, like I said, later on we'll introduce some other strength stuff. But today it's all about just moving, feeling better, and just easing into it. All right, so I'm going to set my my timer. I'm going to do so 1 minute on all fours. All right, then I'm going to elevate it. Now, if you're having a bit of trouble and you can't quite last 1 minute of elevated rocking, all good. Just drop back down to your knees and just do standard rocks. All right, and after about 8 minutes, you will be feeling it. I guarantee you. Okay, so when it comes to the elevated rocking, do as much as you can. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. I'm going to face forward this time. Okay, guys, I've got more space this way. Trick is, once again, just breathe, nice and simple. Should have had some music going today, I forgot. And I'm in the room that I'm in this morning is our twin boys who are due very soon, their room. So you probably see some cots, some prams all over the place. But it was just a bit easier for me to jump in here this morning rather than head outside. Okay, so that's 30 seconds. Think about your breathing, all in through your nose, filling the diaphragm. So this is our rest and recovery part, all right? Once we go to our elevated rocking, it gets a bit harder. In 3, 2, 1, here we go. Knees off the ground, coming forward as much as you can. Doesn't have to be at a fast pace, as long as you keep all both knees off the ground. Head up, looking forward. "30 seconds down. "10 seconds. One, 3, 2, 1. Back down. Oh, knees on the ground. So if you got your knees off the ground just then, your heart rate will be elevated a little bit. So the focus is bringing that heart rate back down, breathing through your nose into your diaphragm. You don't have to go 100 miles an hour. It's nice and easy. Five seconds. We'll go again. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Up. Knees up. Continue to breathe. Almost halfway. Knees off the ground. Breathe. Don't forget to breathe. It's where it starts to get hard. Through the thighs, through your core. Almost there. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Knees down. This is recovery time. Just breathe. Bring the heart rate back down. And we're over halfway. 10 seconds, we're going to go again. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Knees up. Here we go. Rock them back as far as you could go. Breathe. If you're elevated with your knees, it starts to get a little bit hard. Just breathe. Let's push through. Even I'm getting a little bit shaky. There's no race. You don't have to go back and forth super quick. Almost there. 3, 2, 1. Knees down. Good work. Let's keep pushing through. 2 rounds to go. I can definitely feel my heart rate spiked a little bit. Probably more than a little bit, to be honest. I'm shaking. Might seem like a simple drill, but it works. Loosens up your shoulders, builds strength in your core, your legs and your shoulders. Almost there. All right, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. This will be the last elevated rocking we do. And if we've got any guys like Brent around, BJJ fighters, etc., this one is fantastic for you guys. Okay. You'll love it. Ultimately, you want to get to 10 minutes of elevated rocking non-stop, okay? It's a fair effort, takes time and energy, and does take practice as well. But we'll rip you to shreds over a period of time, get you strong as an ox. All right, keep pushing. Almost there. $15 seconds to go. Legs starting to feel it through the quads, through your core. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, down. All right, that's 8 minutes, guys. 8 minutes. I'm just going to grab a drink. Shake it out. All right. Feel that more in my quads. Obviously, I did quite a decent ride the other day on the bike. A lot of hills. So my quad is certainly feeling that. Okay. I like to shake it out. But I got to sweat up. My breathing's elevated, as you can probably hear. Okay. These moves are unconventional. You won't find them at CrossFit. You won't find them at your standard Globo gyms, okay? Most of my stuff that I like to do is unconventional. So with this, like I said earlier, I spent a fair bit of time talking about diaphragmatic breathing, okay? I'll do rocking, rolling, crawling, okay? And I'll lift kettlebells and I'll lift heavy shit. All right, I love lifting heavy items, you know? So, but as I mentioned earlier, most of the time you won't find it down at your local CrossFit or your local Planet Fitness or here in Australia, you know, Snap Fitness and stuff like that, okay? Trainers just don't do this sort of stuff in conventional gyms. However, if you can open your mind, open your heart and give it a go, it really, really will work for you. And besides, who gives a shit? You're doing it at home with me at the moment for the next 14 days. So that's about it for me. All right. grab a drink, let that heart rate come down. We're going to just do some stretching. I'm going to go back to I'm going to probably go for a bit of a ride today, but I just wanted to make these sessions 15-20 minutes maximum to start with. Ease into it, please. If you didn't do this live and you want to watch the replay and do it again, give it a go tonight, let me know. Elevated rocking is fucking hard. So if you say to me it was easy and you did it for 10 minutes straight, first up, bullshit. All right. So the goal is I just want you guys to release some endorphins, move well, and try something different while potentially you're stuck at home bored shitless. All right, guys. Thank you very much. That's it from me, and we're going to go out of here. Thank you.